Hey coaches, my name is Luke Stanton. I am a coach in the Waltham program as well as a registrar for the program. And I want to take this opportunity to quickly review a couple of things you can expect at the coaches meeting on Wednesday night. First and foremost, we've had some meetings already this summer with the Bantam coaches, the Mike coaches, I think got together yesterday, and the Squirt coaches. And Wednesday night is an opportunity for all the coaches to get together in the program and listen to some instructions from the people on the board so that we have a good, smooth sailing this season. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you guys who got me your USA Hockey numbers. I've been able to claim the vast majority of coaches and been able to already stick you on rosters. There is a list that looks something like this tomorrow. You'll see it. Ken Doucette will give it out. Missing USA Hockey numbers, and it has the guys' names listed. Stephen Casey's on there, but Stephen, I just got yours late today. This is late on Tuesday afternoon. The other form that we'll have up there for you guys to look at is this. And this is a spreadsheet showing your USA Hockey credentials for this year. And it reads your first, goes by last name, so the first person's Kevin Allery. It tells you if you're Safe Sport certified. It tells you when your certification for coaching expires. In Kevin's instance, he is a level 4 certified. He has no expiration. Most importantly, it then shows you what roster you're on this year. And in Kevin's instance, he's a midget coach. However, he has not taken the midget module yet, so he will have a circle, meaning he's a patch coach, but he needs to do the midget module. You'll see that there will be plenty of those for you coaches to look over so that you know. You'll also receive a handout that you can look at on your Safe Sports certification. I actually had to send an email today to USA Hockey because it looks like none of us have expired Safe Sport, and some people thought they were expired, so I'm working that out. But the guys who haven't taken it, it appears here, and the Safe Sport is a total of about 40 minutes. And by the way, when you do your patching, your level certification, please know that you're a midget. It has to be completed in November. And if you're any other level, from Bantam on down to Mite, you have until December 31st for your licensing requirements. More of that will be explained to you there tomorrow night or Wednesday night. Next thing, I have for each level, from Mite to midget, I have a copy of, I don't have your roster, but it looks like your roster, but it's not because it hasn't been submitted to USA Hockey. I list your hockey players are listed, and most importantly, the coaches that we have been able to claim. Obviously, if there's a name missing, if there's the wrong player on the team, can you please take a look at it next week and get back to me? That way we'll know that we have proper rosters when we submit them to USA Hockey so that they can be approved by Mass Hockey and people can go to tournaments and things like that. All of your patching and coaching requirements are responsibilities of the coach. If there are any questions, you can always shoot me an email, preferably early in the season so that you're not waiting till the last week of December as a Squirt coach or a Pee Wee coach saying, I thought I was all set, I'm not, I noticed there's no level for me, what do I do? Unfortunately, under the rules of Mass Hockey, if you're not patched by the proper time, you're off the bench. That's their rule, not our rule. The third thing you'll get, or another thing you'll get a lot of, are the CORI forms. These CORI forms are criminal background history checks. I am the only person in Waltham Youth Hockey. I was assigned the task to enter this information. I enter it into the state database. Mass Hockey, not Waltham Youth Hockey, not me, goes on, gets the results, and reports them back to us. And they don't give us any records. They just say, you're all cleared. Last summer, Mark Hick and I were at a Mass Hockey meeting. I talked to the person on Mass Hockey that does it, and they said in the 10 or 12 years they've been doing it, I think they've had a grand total of 3 where there was a problem. So for people that would be concerned about their privacy, it's not looked at by Waltham Youth Hockey. And prior indiscretions, let's say, of a minor nature do not come up. They're looking for instances where you harmed a child. Obviously, you wouldn't be allowed to coach. But they then inform the program, they said, and they usually take care of it. But I just want you to know that because a lot of people, I think that we go in and get to look at your CORI record. No, it just gets filed. You put your name, your mother's maiden name is most important, and the last 6 numbers of your social security number. Please, please, please fill these out so that we can get them all done. Last couple of years, we've been doing them in dribs and drabs. We want to get everybody's, put them all in. A few other things I just want to explain. You'll also see a handout up there called the calling up players from a lower team. I ask coaches that aren't familiar with it that you familiarize yourself, but most coaches should know this. You do not just call up a player from a lower team without first speaking to the coach of the lower team and notifying the coach's rep. The reason for that is players are not supposed to be consistently playing on other teams. It's unfair to the team below. It's unfair to the team above. We want kids to be playing on the teams they're rostered, and there are rules. There's rules from Waltham Youth Hockey, and there are rules from the Valley that if you call the same player up too many times, you can have a problem with your roster, and that player can be removed from the lower team. And we don't want that to happen in Waltham. The only reason you would call a player up is because of need, not because of want. And when that player gets called up, he plays one game for you, and then the next time you have that an instance occur, you have to reach out to the coach again, and the coach from the lower team decides what player. So you can take a look at that. Another form you should all have, and these forms are available from Mass Hockey, is the consent to treat form. Again, your team managers should have one for every player on the team. It allows you as a coach when a kid gets dropped off, whether it's at practice or it's at a game, and a kid needs a stitch in a finger or a broken finger and you rush to the hospital. We say it every year. We had an instance a few years ago where a girl had a simple injury, a bad cut on the hand. They were going to stitch it. Her parents were very far away, but because they didn't have the consent to treat, they would not treat that child. The parents had to come back just to simply say, yes, you can treat that child. If you have these in your possession and something happens and you go to the hospital, you can call the parents. You can have the authority to allow the kid to be treated. That's it for the forms as the registrar. If you have any questions, you can shoot me an email at any time to lawluke123@gmail.com. And my name is on the website as well. Two other things I asked Jan if I could hand out, and Jan reluctantly but allowed me to. One is running a good practice. You want to start the year off right. You want to show up with a practice plan. You want to run a practice where kids are moving all the time. People like Jeff Capello, Shane Wise, you go to their practice, every kid on that ice is moving, every assistant coach is doing a drill, and the players are moving. If you need help learning how to run a practice, I did this a few years ago. I took most of the information from someone else, and honestly, it's not that I know how to run a good practice, it's all the mistakes I've made making practices in 18 years, and this sort of is in the negative, proving the better things to do instead of the way I used to initially do it. People always complain that the year starts, or they're concerned that the year starts and they don't have any practice drills. Weiss Tech Hockey, I'll have some of these handouts out there for you as well, does a great job with, and these are all half-ice drills, on drills, explaining them, showing them, that work on very, very important skills for your players. We'll have those to hand out too tomorrow. Finally, on behalf of Waltham Youth Hockey, I want to thank all you guys and girls and women, although as hockey players they like to be treated like everybody else. I appreciate all the effort you did this summer. We reached out to people a lot over the summer. People got to us with information, and it was very, very helpful, starting with those USA Hockey numbers, et cetera, et cetera. We appreciate everything you do. Waltham Youth Hockey is a successful program because of the coaches and the volunteers, of which all of you are. And I wish to express on behalf of the program a sincere thank you and appreciation for all the effort you do. I wish we could give everybody a gold pen, but we can't afford that. So I had some pens made this summer. They say Waltham Youth Hockey, make hockey great. And I actually did this off something I found on the internet, because Make Hockey Great recognizes that that's what we're trying to do as a program, and more importantly, that's what we do as coaches. So best of luck with your season. Attend the coaches meeting tomorrow night. Hopefully you'll get some valuable information, and if you have any questions at any time, shoot me an email, lawluke123@gmail.com. Thank you.